What's up, guys? MicahTheManiac here, and today I have some stuff to show you with my game Codename iDungeon. That's right, guys. Instead of calling it Project iDungeon, I'm now calling it Codename iDungeon because, frankly, Project iDungeon sounded kind of dumb, and this is just a codename, and I want to put it out there that, hey, this is a codename, bro. But anyways, as you can see here, I've got a little text document. I think I may have talked about this in one of the episodes. Basically what you would do is you'd hold down the P key and then hit 1 through 5 to choose between 180, 360, 540, 720, and 900p. And I then decided to move some of this stuff to the function keys at the top of the keyboard, and then when I was implementing more aspect ratios, this one has been removed. And higher resolutions like 1080p, 1440p, and 4K, I decided that there needs to be a way to, number one, set full screen, and number two, not have this P plus mess. So I've decided to consolidate all of these functions into little menus. And so these menus, like F1 brings up the resolution menu, F2 brings up the aspect ratio menu, F3 is the key mapping menu, F4 just toggles full screen, and F5 are like action menus. I might swap F3 and F4 simply because F4 deals more with the camera. But anyways, enough explanation. That's probably too long of an explanation. Let's get into the real meat and bones of this. So, with the full screen option, I no longer have to take 900p video and then like scale it up in video editing, which results in a tiny bit of blurriness. Not that much, but you know, just kind of obnoxious. But now what I can do is I can go into 1080p and then full screen the game. And boom, would you look at that? I don't have to scale up anything in editing. I get to run at the native resolution of my screen, so this will be more useful when I'm in the later stages of development. But another feature of this full screen option is I can be in any resolution I want. So right now I'm in 180p, the base resolution of the game, because this number easily scales up into all these common resolution numbers. You can now scale down to the base resolution of the game. You may notice the player's movement is a bit choppy. When going side to side and up and down, it seems to be fine. But in certain directions, sometimes it wants to and sometimes it doesn't want to be real choppy. But yeah, it's just obnoxious. And you'll notice, well, number one, this thing is like gigantic, and projectiles and stuff at an angle are choppy and just bleh. Now if you wanted to, you could play at this resolution for some old school feelings. In fact, you could play at this resolution in tandem with a 4:3 aspect ratio or a 1:1 aspect ratio. Say you want to act like you're on a Super Nintendo or whatever Sega console was around at that time. I'm so sorry, I don't know my retro consoles. But if you wanted to act like you were on those systems, you easily could. We now have the key mapping. F1 is just a standard WASD layout. F2 is the ESDF layout, which you might be like, that's weird, but some people use it, and in fact, I think some older games even use this to move around. And then if you want, you can go arrow key format, but I don't recommend it since you can't attack with any keys. You're still relying on the mouse, and you're like cramming your hands together. F4 is obviously the full screen toggle. Then F5 brings up an action menu, and what you can do here is you can restart the game. I'm now back in 540p resolution. As you can see, that arrow isn't crystal clear, but hey, now it is. So you can do that. You can show the game stats menu. Is it called debug menu? No, it's called game stats. So you can view like your FPS and ticks per second. For some reason, GameMaker calls like room speed or ticks FPS. I don't know why. I call it ticks per second because that's kind of more what it is. And then, last but not least, in the actions menu, just like this video, you can close the window. So thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. I don't know why. Still haven't decided on an official name. I'm thinking Micah's Dungeon Game. I think that's a good name.